Scared when I get ready to start.
I think we need water break.
Hey guys! Welcome to the Triton Athletics and Fieldhouse video podcast. We are coming to you live from the UOG Athletics Hall of Fame room.
I'm Shan, the dancing bear Ramos.
And I'm Rosanna, the ex-woman Laros.
And we are your sophomore supremes.
Sorry about yesterday's episode, folks. It apparently got lost in cyberspace.
Rosanna, but guess what, everyone? This is our 10th episode.
10 already?
Double digits!
Okay, Chris, but I think it's time to get on with the show now.
Let's get on with the show.
Woo. Moving on to varsity athletic news. The women's rugby team has their opening matches on October 9th and will be shown live on this YouTube channel. There are a total of 6 matches in the Lady Triton Rugby 7th League, with the Lady Tritons playing in a total of 3 games. Match times on October 9th are 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., noon, 1 p.m., and 1:30 p.m. The UOG matches will start at 10 a.m. versus Paratoru, noon with High Performance, and 1:30 with Hybrids, and the other teams will be squared off at other match times. On October 16th, the Lady Tritons will play the same 3 teams in a different order and at different times. On October 23rd is the playoff rounds with semifinals, followed with the 3rd place match, and the championship at noon. The women's rugby preview shows next week on this YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that.
Shots. Vaccination clinics remain open at the UOG Cowboy Fieldhouse every Monday through Wednesday and Friday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you are interested in receiving your booster shots, we are now giving booster shots for Pfizer and 3rd doses for Pfizer and Moderna. Be sure to look at local media for more information.
So, Chris, I think we still need to continue, or not? We do need to continue our interviews with our Triton athletes. So why don't we get started with that?
Let's get on with the interviews.
So for our interview today, we'll be having 2 of our men's soccer team players, freshman Thomas Odell and junior Rio Suzuki. Woo!
So thank you again for being on the 10th episode of this podcast. We're very happy to have you here. Just to start this interview off, why don't you guys tell the audience about yourself?
Hello, my name is Thomas Takumi Odell. I've been playing soccer since I was 6, and I played alongside the national team for 5 to 6 years.
Hi, my name is Rio Suzuki, and I started when I was around 3, and I also played with the national team for about 5 to 6 years.
And I think that's how you know they're real soccer athletes, because of how many years they have played. So we have been hearing news, and we've been reporting news about the soccer team starting your season, and we were really excited, but do you guys have any news as to when your season will start?
So right now, with the current influx of cases, it currently keeps getting pushed back. There were news recently that it might get canceled, so that kind of sucks.
Oh man, well, we were definitely looking forward to that, but hopefully something will change and you guys will be able to play your season. So talking about your season and seeing that you came in with a soccer ball, Christian here is a great, and he's just a big fan of soccer. So I think he wants to learn a trick or two. So not make it too difficult, but just keep it moving to hard.
Try to survive.
So let's get on with that.
So what will you be teaching me first?
All right, I'll be teaching you how to volley. So the soccer ball is not always going to be on the ground, it might be in the air. Knowing how to like control it or pass it while in the air is like a crucial skill to have. So first, I'm going to pass to your right foot, and you're going to try to send it back to my chest. And then I'll send it to your left foot, and you do the same with that.
Got
Christian, to the chest, not to my face.
it. That's to the TV.
Or not to the TV.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, okay, okay.
And on the left foot. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
There we go.
oh, I think you should recruit me.
I think Christian wants to become the next athlete for men's soccer team.
So you heard it there, that's how you volley, you should try it out, everyone. So, earlier you mentioned, the season might be completely taking off. How is it difficult seeing there's no matches in sight right now?
I'd say it is demoralizing in a sense. You know, it's kind of like taking an exam that's not going to be graded. It feels pointless at times, but our coaches Dylan and Xavier keep us in check. You know, in a sense, you reap what you sow. Like if you don't practice, because there might not be a season, then if there is a season, you're not prepared. So they're constantly, preparing us just in case.
So they're preparing extra hard, because if there is a season, watch out.
See, so as Christian mentioned, it's to prepare. So I think Christian's prepared for another skill. But you guys got prepared.
Oh, there's another one?
There's another one. These classes are coming off.
Figures.
I was gonna show you how to head the ball. So simple cues are watch the ball, try not to close your eyes. And you wanna hit it with your forehead on top of your head.
Got it.
Ready?
See, Christian.
I did it with my eyes. Sorry.
Christian's
Yeah,
gonna try
one
that
more.
one more time. I think he's enjoying this.
Ready?
He's putting in back the brain cells. So we heard that you guys were going to be participating in the amateur league with the Bond Football Association. So what are some of your expectations for yourselves and for your team as well?
So personally, I'm not in the best shape, with the lockdown and everything. I have been complacent, but Dylan and X are really working hard to get us back in shape, so that's a good thing. So I do expect to perform well. As for the team, there's a lot of potential. I've played with some of the players before, so I do think we'll do well in the season.
I think our expectations are similar to any athlete, to win. Like being a freshman, it doesn't change too much. Coming into the team does look good. We are out of shape because we haven't played practice. We haven't practiced in a while, but it's looking good so far.
So you guys are playing on the opposite sides of your careers at UOG. Does that give you different perspectives of the season and trying to play in a pandemic?
So as a junior, it's my third year playing in the program. So my freshman year, I got to play with Dylan. So I do know him as a player. And my expectations personally are that we're going to win, we're going to do well. Because, again, I trust Dylan and I trust his decisions. I've also played with our assistant coach X for Xavier. So, yeah, I think we'll do well.
I think coming in as a freshman, it is intimidating at first, but like as you go to practice, you realize, and see the coaches and their philosophies, you do realize that we do have a good chance at winning and going into D1. So that is the goal.
Seeing that you guys are practicing even not having matches inside, I feel like you guys I know you guys will do great.
And I think Chris is going to be a great addition to the team when he joins.
I'll come back to
Eventually.
cooler.
But we definitely wanted to say thank you so much for coming out to the show. We definitely appreciate you. Are there any last words that you both would like to say?
If there's anybody interested, at all, to play soccer, we're always looking forward to meeting new people and having new teammates. And Coach Dylan would also like to have a little more players for practices. So if you're interested, just come out.
I'd say if you are a fan, please come out and support the team. It is help the morale in a sense. there is no audience, then it is demoralizing. So please speak on.
So be sure to support, even in a pandemic, just a little, you got this. Really great impact.
So as we move on to our next interview, we are going to go ahead and interview the one and only athletic director in this facility, in this University of Guam, also known as Doug Palmer.
Thank you, guys. Good introduction.
We have been waiting for Pete Doug Palmer to come on the show and interview him because the man is just always working behind the scenes along with Martin, so I appreciate both of them. Right, Chris?
Yes, thank you again for being here, Mr. Palmer. Just to start this interview off, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourselves and how your journey started to becoming the athletic director?
Well, I'm born and raised in South Carolina. That's where my accent comes by. Doesn't fit in at Guam. I take it in across the country and then I take it out here for here. I went to Winthrop University in South Carolina where I got my bachelor's degree, and then I went to Florida State to get my master's degree. I served as an assistant coach at South Carolina and Florida State. Then I became head softball coach at the University of West Florida in Pensacola, Florida, where I won the MEI National Championship way back in 1993. And that's the time I decided to get out of coaching, and I moved into athletic administration. And I went from assistant AD to associate AD, then to head athletic director, but that was at Shoreline Community College in Seattle. And then that's when I saw this job open up here on Guam, and I said, heck, let's go to the tropical island in the Western Pacific. Sounded like a good idea, so here I came.
They should really write a Wikipedia page with everything you just mentioned.
No, I don't think he said enough about what's happened in the past, 41?
41 years.
41 years, you heard it there. So I guess our first question for you would be, what was your favorite memory or moment that you experienced within the athletic department within the last 41 years?
Well, I got two. One as a coach when I won the MEI National Championship back in 1993. And then the University of West Florida went from an MEI school to an NCAA Division II school. And I was able to bring the NCAA Division II Fall Festival to Pensacola, Florida, where we actually hosted the men's and women's soccer championships, women's field hockey, cross country, and a couple of other sports all at the same time. And that was a huge undertaking. I'm very proud to say that I actually brought that to my school at that time and to the city of Pensacola, Florida, which brought a lot of money to the city and brought a lot of prestige and recognition to the university.
Since you mentioned a lot about softball and coming to UOG, was there any thought or idea to starting a softball league or program here at UOG?
Well, I would love to start softball, but currently there's only one league on the island that plays, and they generally play in the summertime, which doesn't really fit into our academic schedule. But at some point, I would hope to bring softball, but it actually may have to be the slow pitch version, not the fast pitch version that's generally played at the college level. But we will see. Right now, we want to establish what we've got right now and kind of build with that, and then add some more sports. It is my goal at some point to have like 10 to 12 sports. But we have to, right now, we can't keep up try 6 sports this time, and we have only have 4 that's really working, and we could get 2 of them going. So when we can establish ourselves and play consistently, then we'll grow a little bit more.
For sure, Zan and I will be the first ones there. The summer league, Triton
We'll be a part of your team. For real this time.
Triton Supreme.
I tried to
He
get you
wants
out
to
of women's
be-
basketball.
We are going to be your Triton athlete.
Okay.
Your.
Yeah, yours. But so I guess now that we've touched base a little bit on your history within sports, we kind of want to just get into the fun side of things. So now that you've been on Guam for quite some time now,
5.5 years.
okay, I think I have been 5.5 years, sorry. We've been on Guam for 5.5 years. What is your favorite chamorro dish?
Wow. I can't pronounce them, you know, I'm terrible about pronouncing
This
them.
will be in English. Tomorrow less.
We'll try, we'll help you.
It's some sort of traditional tomorrow spicy chicken. And I can't tell you which one. Could be, yes, ma'am.
I think it is carnita, that sounds like you eating chicken.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so then carnita it is.
No, okay.
No, that's those are two different dishes. I think we have, are you a buffer for 5.5 years too? Okay, so our last question for you. As our viewers know, you have given both of us a nickname. Obviously, I am Rosanna, the ex-woman, and Chris is
The dancing bear.
So out of all the nicknames that you could think of, what would be one to describe yourself?
Now, the one that I can tell you guys, because the other ones I can't really repeat on air, but it'd be grumpy. I've been called grumpy quite often. I've been told I'm not really happy unless I'm grumpy. So I come from kind of the old school of athletics, and where coaches are always scowling and not smiling. So I still kind of have that reputation as a grumpy person. So, but I've earned it, so I'll keep it.
But I think, what do you think? I think the nickname that would stick with Mr. Palmer would be the man. The bad guy.
I guess we'll stick with grumpy.
Grumpy Palmer.
Good, grumpy.
It definitely rings a bell.
Why don't we just change our name? I'll be Snowman, you'll be Happy, and then like Grumpy. What about the others? What about the other six?
We'll figure something out. But Mr. Palmer cannot leave just yet. But as we close the show, for our future shows on October 7th, we'll be having our women's preview show to follow with an interview with the player and the coach. October 14th will be the women's rugby results, along with another interview with the player and the coach. October 21st will be the trio show. October 28th are the women's rugby wrap-up show. November 4th, athletic hall of fame show. And November 11th with the Triton volleyball show. And all the shows will feature other news and happenings around UOG Travel Fieldhouse and Triton Athletics. Whew, that was a show, Chris.
That was a really tiring show, but stick around for next week's episode as we dig deep into the women's rugby team here at UOG and the other departments at the University of Guam.
And don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe.
and what did we always say at the end?
Viva UOG!
Hey, Mr. Palmer, let's have a
Mr. Palmer, grumpy good.
Hey, wait. Okay.